welcome to my home for some yoga at home. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get started, I wanted you to know that you will definitely want to need a block or something to kind of grab onto, steady yourself with today. And then you will also want a yoga strap or a belt or a robe belt, hand towel, something like that, that you can use to hang on to. Today we are going to talk about finding some direction. It seems lately we are all just lost at sea, completely adrift, at the mercy of the currents, no land or markings to guide us. We can often allow ourselves to become overwhelmed with despair almost when we find ourselves in these situations. So many huge things happening in our lives personally and the world as a whole, and it can be hard to bring it back in and not really give in to that worry we can find ourselves with. But unlike being truly lost at sea or adrift without a paddle, here in our own vessels, our minds and our bodies, we have our inner compass, our own inner guide to help us. The compass represents guidance, as it will always point us in the right direction. As we move through trying times, we can try to listen to our inner compass. Everything we need to traverse rocky situations is already right there, if we can just only be quiet and learn how to trust ourselves and listen. Our inner compass truly allows us to tap into our morals and ethics, and we can truly know and accept who we are. On the inside, we can grow in the right direction. We can take control and follow our compass, even if it's difficult to do the right thing, or allow the waves to simply toss us around and stay lost at sea. Join me in your easy seat of Sukhasana. If sitting in your cross-legged position flat on the floor is uncomfortable, you could always put a block, a small pillow, or even a folded blanket underneath the hips, giving them just a bit of height to help keep the hips slightly above your knees. And just take a moment here to settle into your mat. If it's comfortable, you can let the eyes close or keep them softly open. Let the shoulders fall down the back. Hands could be on the knees or in the lap, whatever feels best for you. We're going to take a moment and find a mudra, which is a hand position we use in yoga to help us connect with our intentions and our energy in our practice. And we're going to take the Shankavarta mudra, which is a tricky one to say, but we're going to bring our hands into our prayer position first. Keeping the fingertips all together, press the palms out so that the thumbs then point down, creating a bit of a triangle. And we're going to then only let the right finger fall in. So you're making half of a heart at yourself. So all the fingers steeple up, thumbs together point down, right fingertip curls down, creating that almost half heart type of look. And just take a moment here to settle into that Sukhasana, holding your mudra. Or if the mudra is uncomfortable for you, you can simply have hands at heart center or hands in the lap. Our Shankavarta mudra is the mudra of stillness and inner peace and wisdom. Take a moment and maybe imagine a compass right at your heart center, right here behind your hands. See it steady right there in front of you, pointing in one direction, ready to guide you safely on your path. quieting the mind here, focusing on the image of that compass and on your long inhales and exhales. Allow yourself to listen. And focusing on your breath here. Maybe allow the inhales and exhales through your nose begin to deepen. Turning them into that ujjayi breath or breath of fire. Deep inhale through the nose. Slightly constricted throat for an audible exhale. Sounding like an ocean wave or maybe Darth Vader. Trying to keep this breath with you throughout your practice. Coming back to the breath if you notice at any moment you can't hear yourself breathe. 2 more full cycles of breath right here. Releasing your mudra on an inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, twist to the right, left hand to the right knee, right hand comes behind you. Nice long spine, core draws in. Maybe gaze over that right shoulder. Inhale through center, arms reach high. Exhale to the left, right arm to the left knee, left hand behind you. Nice long spine on an inhale. Exhale, draw the core in, helping you twist. Inhale through center, arms reach high. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale left. Inhale, center. Exhale, you can bring hands to the knees, and we're going to bring the soles of our feet together, finding our Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. So you could have the heels as close in or as far out as you're comfortable with. Hands can be around the ankles, the feet, the toes, wherever feels best for you. Knees are falling out towards the mat. If it's uncomfortable, you could prop blocks or pillows, blankets underneath the knees just to give you some grounding, a little support. Inhale for a nice straight spine. Exhale, fold it forward. Your forehead can be as far away or as close to your feet as works for you. I'm feeling a bit stiff today. This is as far as my butterfly folds. Focusing on those long inhales, long exhales. Very carefully inhale to lift the torso. Maybe use your hands for help. Draw the knees in. And we're going to move the bum back, lengthening the legs, finding our Dandasana or staff pose. Toes are flexed, legs are active, sit bones are connected to your mat, hands are down by the side, reaching towards the mat. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, seated forward fold, hinging at the hips. It's early in practice. You're probably not going to fold as far as you would at the end of practice, and that's okay. You can bend the knees as much as you need to protect your hamstrings. Or if it's very intense for you, you can place a block or a rolled up blanket or something right underneath your knees for support. Hands can be on the mat, calves, ankles, feet, toes, whatever feels good for you. Lengthening through the spine. And then on an exhale, letting the torso fall over the legs. Not forcing it. We're not trying to hurt ourselves. Just gently waking up the back of the legs here. Inhale to rise up. Hands are going to come behind the hips about 6 inches. Fingertips facing the bum. Inhale, reverse plank. Pressing the hips high. Toes point down. Head can stay forward, look up, or fall back if that's comfortable for your neck. Engage the core. Inhale here. Exhale, sit it back down. Take a couple of, bring the feet up, swing them one way or another, and find that tabletop. Stacking shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. Core is engaged, toes can be tucked or untucked. The gaze is right down the nose. Inhale, drop the belly for cow. Exhale, arch the back for cat. Inhale, tailbone and heart shine up. Exhale, engage the core, tuck the chin. Move through cat and cow with your breath. Take any organic movements that feel good for you. You could sway side to side, tuck or untuck the toes. This is your chance to wake up the body. You could stretch the fingers and hands, the wrists. Move through your cat and cow for 2 more full cycles of breath. And then find that neutral tabletop. Inhale, right arm lifts high, chest opens. Exhale, reach under the left armpit. Use the core. Inhale, reach that right arm high. Exhale, reach under the left arm. One more. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, thread the needle. Let the shoulder and cheek drop to the mat this time. Hips stay high. That right hand can stay in front of your face. It can reach towards the top of the mat, or it can even take a half bind coming to the left hip. Whatever feels best for you. You're trying to draw the right shoulder under and left shoulder back. Helping pull that right shoulder blade away from the spine, twisting through the thoracic spine, that upper back. Bring that left hand back to the mat in front of the face, if it's not. Inhale, press yourself up, right arm reaches high. Exhale to tabletop. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, reach it under the right. And use the core here. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, reach through. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, thread the needle, left shoulder and cheek to the mat this time. Hips are high, left hand can stay, or right hand can stay in front of the face. Maybe crawl to the top of the mat, or maybe reach over towards that left hip for the half bind. Whatever feels best for you. Each side's different. Trying to draw that left shoulder under, right shoulder back. Remembering to breathe those long, deep inhales and exhales even here. Right hand comes back in front of the face if it's not. Inhale, press yourself up. Left arm reaches high. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale the hands one palm print forward. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips lift. Take a moment and pedal the heels here. Bend one knee, then the other, walking out your dog. Firm pressure between both hands. Fingers are nice and wide. Chest sinks towards the thighs. Hips reach towards the ceiling. You can have your knees bent as much as you want or need. Inhale up to the tippy toes. Exhale, heels towards your mat. Inhale up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, heels towards the mat. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, slowly walk feet to hands for your ragdoll. Generous bend in the knees. Let the torso hang heavy. You could sway side to side. Whatever feels best for you here. Letting everything go. Release the neck. Letting gravity do all the work. Bring hands to the mat. Heel toe the feet together. And on an inhale, roll up the spine one vertebrae at a time. Head and shoulders come up last. Palms shine forward for mountain pose. Lift and spread the toes, grounding down through all four corners of the feet. Quads are active, core is engaged. Fingertips are reaching towards the mat. Shoulder blades come away from the ears. Crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your high plank, holding steady right here. You can always use your knees if you want that for yourself in your practice. Press back to the heels, whole body is active. One more, inhale here, exhale, belly all the way to the mat. Toes point back, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra. Very little pressure in the hands. You can wiggle the fingers, toes are glued to the mat. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down. Tuck the toes. Inhale through tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take 2 rounds of sun A. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands for your half series. High to low plank, on or off the knees. Find an upward facing dog or baby cobra, and then your downward facing dog. One more time, just like that. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, half series. High to low plank, on or off the knees. Finding upward facing dog or baby cobra, and then that downward facing dog. You can always skip that half series. This is your practice. You can simply step back to down dog, take a child's pose, or change the way you do your half series each time. From our downward facing dog, inhale, right leg lifts. Press through that right heel towards the wall behind you. Try and draw that right hip towards the mat as you press the left heel towards the mat. Your leg may not be very high, but that's okay. We're trying to keep the pelvis neutral. Inhale here. Exhale, place the foot between the hands for low lunge. You can take a moment and surf out your lunge here if that feels good. Sink into the hips. Maybe press back into the hamstring, taking a moment to just warm up your body. You could always have blocks here if you need just a little bit more height. When you feel pretty good, find that neutral low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Left foot spirals down, arms come up, sinking into your nice wide surfer stance. We're trying to line up heel to heel or front heel to back instep. Right knee is stacked over the right ankle. That right quad and right glute are active. Core is engaged. Chest opens towards the left. Arms reach forward and back. Gaze over that front middle finger. Find a big inhale. Exhale. Settle into that warrior two. Core is engaged. Even here. Press into the pinky edge of that left foot. Nice strong back leg. Inhale, reach all the way forward. Exhale, extended side angle. That right elbow can be inside the right knee, gently on top of the right knee, or if your block is handy, you could have your hand on that block. Holding the leg steady, still pressing into the pinky edge of the left foot, right knee over right ankle. Maybe you gaze up at that left hand. Stretching into the right inner thigh and the left side body. Inhale, reverse warrior, arms come up and back. Very little pressure in that back hand. Maybe it wraps around for the half bind. Lunging into the right knee, shoulders rotate towards the left, reaching the right fingertips towards the wall behind you. Stretching through the right side body, pinching or bending into the left side. This is a side bend, not a back bend. Inhale here, exhale, hands to mat. Move through your version of your half series. High to low plank, on or off the knees, finding upward facing dog or baby cobra. And then that downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg, left leg lifts. Press through the hands, reach that left heel towards the wall behind you. Draw that left hip down towards the mat. Big inhale here. Exhale, low lunge. Place the foot between the hands. Take a moment here to surf out your lunge if you did on the first side, sinking into the hip, pressing back into the hamstring. Just warming up that lower body even more. When you feel pretty good, find your neutral low lunge. Back foot comes down, inhale, warrior two. Arms come up. Nice wide surfer stance. Press into the pinky edge of the right foot this time. Left knee over left ankle. Shoulders open to the right. Arms reach forward and back. Core is engaged. Right quad and right glute are active. Left quad, left glute are active. Big inhales, big exhales. Inhale, reach all the way forward. Exhale, extended side ankle. Left arm can be inside the knee, gently on top of the knee, or maybe that hand is on your block here. Right knee is over the right ankle, still pressing into the outside edge of the right foot. Gazing up at that right hand maybe. Big stretch on the left inner thigh and the right side body from the hip to the armpit. Inhale, reverse warrior, arms come up and back. Very little pressure in the back hand, or maybe it wraps around. Shoulders rotate towards the right. Sinking into the left knee, left fingertips reach towards the wall behind you. Stretching from the left hip out through the left fingertips. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands to mat. Find your half series, child's pose, or simply just step back to your downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath right here. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Rising up, nice wide surfer stance. You've been here once before now. Settling in. Drawing in the core. Shoulders are down the back. Inhale all the way forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Arms come up and back. Shoulders rotate towards the left. Lunging into the right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to mat. Half series. Child's pose. Or maybe just downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Coming up on the other side. Nice wide surfer stance. Finding your lunge here. Finding that breath. Inhale all the way forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Tick-tocking the arms. Inhale, reverse warrior. Arms come up and back. Very little pressure in the back hand or taking the bind. Shoulders rotate towards the left. Inhale, exhale, hands to mat. Half series, down dog, or child's pose. 2 full cycles of breath here. Big inhale, big exhale. Big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Going through it one more time. Sinking a little deeper into your lunge each time we visit it. Inhale, reach it all the way forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands to mat. Find that half series. Down dog or child's pose. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Settling in, sinking a little deeper. Inhale all the way forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Arms come up and back. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands to mat, half series. Or a child's pose, or just downward facing dog. 2 full cycles of breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale here. Exhale to the forearms for dolphin pose. So hips are high. You can walk the feet in. Core is engaged. Press through the shoulders. Your head is not touching the mat right now. Heart, just like in a downward facing dog. The heart reaches towards the thighs. Heels maybe reach towards the mat. Come back to that breath. Inhale, right leg lifts for 3-leg dolphin. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale down. Inhale, right leg. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg. Exhale down. Hold it here. Big inhale. Exhale to child's pose. Knees come down. Big toes together. Knees wide, or you can have knees together, whatever feels best for you. Arms reaching forward. Forehead to the mat. Reconnect into that breath. Maybe taking a moment to quiet the mind. Maybe see that compass at your heart once again. Three more full cycles of breath here in our child's pose. Inhale to tabletop first. Stack the shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Tuck the toes. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you'd like to move through a half series, you are welcome to do so right now. We all meet in down dog. From here, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Drop that back knee. Inhale, low crescent lunge, rising up. If it is uncomfortable to have your knee down, you can always fold your mat and place the knee on your mat. Or if you have a hand towel handy, something like that, little cushion, you can always place that under the knee as well. Right knee is over the right ankle, hips and shoulders face the front of your mat, arms reach high, or maybe come to heart center. Find one place to gaze. Inhale here. Exhale, half split, sink the hips back. Front leg straightens, hands can come to the mat, the shin, or a block, step stool, book, whatever feels best for you. This is a big stretch over the front of the leg. Big stretch over the front leg, stretching through the back of that leg. Some of us have very tight hamstrings. That's okay. You fold as much as you are comfortable with. Trying to keep the spine nice and long. It doesn't matter how close your nose or forehead is to your knee. There's no competition. Trying to pull that right hip back, left hip forward. We want to keep the hip square, that pelvis neutral. Inhale, bend into the front knee, crawl the hands forward on the inside of the front foot for a lizard lunge. That back knee is still down. You can leave the right toes where they are. You can caterpillar them up towards the corner of your mat. You can leave that knee straight up or let it fall open. Whatever feels best for your hip. Hands can stay on the mat. They can come to a block. Elbows. Elbows, whatever feels good to you in this moment. We're going to be here for a few breaths. So find your favorite lizard lunge, your variation. Coming back to those long inhales, long exhales. Bring hands back to the mat if they're not. Steady into that left hand. Ground that left hand down into the mat or your block. And bring the right hand to the right knee first. Gently twisting open through the thoracic spine. Opening the shoulders and the heart towards the right. You can stay right here if that feels good. Or if you want to take it a little deeper, you can try to bend into that left knee. Reach back with the right hand for the foot. Opening the heart even more to the right. You could also take a strap to that left foot so that you could reach it. Whatever works best for you. Bending into this back leg stretches through our quad and hip flexor just a bit more. Twisting through the thoracic spine. Big inhale. Wherever you are. Exhale, bring hands to the mat. That right foot is going to come back right next to the right hand. Tuck the left toes. Inhale, lift that back knee, high lizard lunge or runner's lunge. Engage the core. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Right leg shoots straight up. Exhale, low lunge. Place that right hand in between the hands. Right foot in between the hands. Inhale, warrior 2. Back foot comes down, arms come up. Yes, we are still on the right side. Your right leg is loving me right now. Sink into your lunge. You've been here before, finding your surfer stance. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe you come a little deeper this time. Inhale, warrior 2, find the center. Exhale, front knee straightens. Inhale, reach all the way forward. Exhale, triangle pose. Tick-tocking the arms. That right hand can be in the shin, on the shin, or you could have your handy-dandy block, step stool book right here with you. And if you have the space or the length, you can even be grabbing onto the big toes. Left arm reaches high. Both inner thighs are active here in your triangle pose. Core is engaged. Trying to find length through the side bodies. Reach the crown of the head towards the front of your mat. Trying to lengthen through the sides. The obliques are nice and long. Ground down into that front foot, slightly bend the right knee. Inhale, 5-pointed star, rising up. Toes were parallel to the short edges of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, hinging at the hips. Hands can be under the face, on either foot or ankle. You could take a shoulder stretch, whatever feels best for you here. This is your wide leg forward fold. Trying to gently work into the back of the legs. Trying to line up hip, knees, ankles on both sides. Try not to lean too far forward or too far back, but engaging the core, engaging the quads, and just finding that alignment. Wherever you are, bring hands underneath the face. Inhale, crawl to the front of your mat. Low lunge, framing that front foot. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, half series. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Going for the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Back knee down. Inhale, low crescent lunge, rising up on this side. Just like before. If it bothers your knee to stay bent, you can give yourself some cushion. Fold the mat, towel, small pillow, whatever you've got handy here. Left knee over left ankle. Back toes can be tucked or untucked. Arms reach higher, maybe come to heart center. Finding one place to gaze. Left glute is active, stretching into the right hip flexor this time as you sink forward. Take an inhale here. Exhale, half splits, taking it down. Straightening the front leg, hips sink towards the heels. Just like before, hands could be on the mat, shin, or if you want or need support, I highly recommend using a block, a step stool, something to give yourself some grounding. Try to pull that left hip back, right hip forward, neutralizing the pelvis. And then folding over that front leg as far as is comfortable for you. Knowing each side of the body is different, that's okay. One side is always going to be tighter than the other. Two more breaths here. Inhale, crawl it forward for lizard lunge. Hands are inside the foot this time. You can caterpillar the left toes towards the corner of your mat. That left knee can stay straight up or fall open. Hands can stay on the mat, a block, pillow, step stool, elbows, whatever feels best for you here in your lizard lunge. Knowing that each side's different. And that's okay, just giving this side what it needs in this moment. Knowing you can always adjust at any point. Try to relax somewhere on your exhale, maybe somewhere you're holding tension unnecessarily. Coming back to that breath. Bringing hands to the mat if they're not, ground down into that right hand this time. Bringing the left hand to the left knee. Twisting towards the left. Staying right here if this feels good. Or if you want to try to grab that back foot, bending into the right knee, reaching back with the left hand. And taking it into that quad stretch with a strap. Or not bothering at all if that's not what your body's feeling today. Opening through the thoracic spine. Still sinking into that left hip. Inhale here. Exhale, everybody, hands to the mat. Bring that left foot back next to the left hand. Tuck the right toes. Inhale, high lizard lunge or runner's lunge. Engage the core. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Left leg shoots straight up. Exhale, low lunge between the hands this time. Back heel down. Inhale, warrior 2. Rising straight up into that nice surfer stance. Sinking into your lunge. Maybe a little deeper each time we visit it. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Tick-tocking the arms, right elbow finding its place either in the knee or on the knee. Maybe with a block. Inhale, warrior two, finding that center. Exhale, the front knee straight. Inhale, reach all the way forward. Exhale, triangle pose. Left hand can be in the shin, on the shin, or if you have something handy, you could have a block or another support. Both inner thighs are active, stretching from the right hip to the right armpit, and especially through the front, back of the front leg. Reaching through the crown of the head towards the front of your mat, trying to really elongate the sides of the body. Inhale, bend into that front knee, five-pointed star. Coming up, rotating that front foot. Sides of the feet are parallel to the short edges of your mat. Big inhale here. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, hinging at the hips. Hands come under the face in this wide leg forward fold this time. Bring hands right under the face. Inhale here. Exhale, crawl the hands to the right foot or ankle. Trying to stretch into just the right leg. Reaching through the left hand as well, getting a bit of a stretch through that outside of the left shoulder, the delt, right, the delt and the lat right here. Inhale, crawl the hands through center. Exhale to the left this time. Right hand and left hand reaching towards the right foot, maybe grabbing onto the foot or ankle. Stretching through that right outer side this time. And into the back of the left leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, crawl it to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, sink it straight down. Inhale, halfway hands right under the face. Inhale, crawl it forward, low lunge, framing that front foot. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, half series. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands, forward fold. And we're going to take an active forward fold here. Engage the core. Draw the chest to the thighs. You could even maybe wrap the arms around the legs or the ankles if that feels good for you. Or if you have that strap handy, you could bring the strap under the feet and help draw the chest down that way. Trying to keep the spine nice and long, however you choose to do this active forward fold. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rising up. We're going to take a tree pose. Ground down into that right leg. Left foot comes either to the calf or the inner thigh, or you can keep the toes on the ground as a kickstand. Wherever you are, activate that right leg. It is strong and steady. Pelvis is neutral. Hands can stay on the hips, face down, or maybe come up and be branches. Find one place to gaze. Connect with that breath. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Release that left foot. Knee comes up. Exhale. Plant it right behind you in a warrior one. So left toes are facing a 45-degree angle to the left. Hips are neutral to the front of the mat. Arms reach high. Inhale that front knee straight. Exhale, pyramid pose, diving forward. You could have hands on your leg, on a block, or on your mat. This is another big hamstring stretch on the right leg. Wherever you are, pull that right hip back, left hip forward, taking that micro adjustment, squaring your hips to the front of the mat. Big inhales, big exhales. Ground the left hand down into the block or mat right underneath your shoulder. Inhale, right arm lifts, revolve triangle. If that left heel is coming up, move that left foot in just a bit. You want that heel grounded. Pelvis is neutral, rotating through the thoracic spine. Big inhale here. Exhale down, pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into your front knee. Exhale, forward fold, big step forward. You could bend the knees, release some tension, shake it out. Find that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to take it active again. So either using the hands to draw yourself closer, maybe you still have a strap handy. Find your active forward fold. Engage in the core, stretching through the back of the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, coming up, setting up for that tree pose on the other side. So ground down into the left foot this time. Right foot can come to the ankle as a kickstand, calf, or maybe we bring it all the way up to the thigh. Wherever you are, activate that left leg. You're steady in your base. Hips are neutral. Arms can be on the hips, reaching down. Maybe you have branches. Whatever feels best for you. Find one place to gaze. Coming back to that long inhale, long exhale. Inhale, release that foot, lift the knee. Exhale, warrior one, plant it behind you, 45-degree angle. Hips are still square to the front of your mat. Right toes are facing off towards the corner. Arms reach high. Inhale, the front leg straight. Exhale, pyramid pose on this side. Excuse me, diving straight down. Hands could be on the leg, on a block, or on your mat. Each side's different. Maybe one side is tighter than the other. That's normal. Draw that left hip back, right hip forward, trying to keep the hips neutral. Coming back to that breath. Ground the right hand down into the block of your mat, right under the shoulder. Inhale, left arm lifts, revolved triangle. Pulling that left hip back. If that right heel lifted, you can move it in just a bit, helping you ground down. Twisting through the thoracic spine, opening the heart towards the left. Take an inhale here. Exhale, left hand down, pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into that front knee. Exhale, forward fold. Big step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, active forward fold. Inhale halfway once again. Deep bend in the legs. Exhale all the way to boat pose. Making your way to your seat. Trying to be a little graceful doing it. Setting that strap aside. Big inhale here. Exhale, bring the feet to the mat. Finding our Dandasana or staff pose. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, seated forward fold. Maybe you have more space this time than you did at the beginning of class. Try to make this an active forward fold as well. We've worked into our hips and really tried to open the back of the legs as we take ourselves to our compass pose, our peak pose of class. Inhale to rise up. We're going to bring our left foot to our right inner thigh, extending through the right leg. Turn the torso towards the right knee. Inhale for a straight spine. Exhale over the right leg for seated head to knee pose. Hands could be on the mat, calves, feet, ankles, toes. I like to take my left hand to the outside of my right ankle or foot to help keep the body rotated over that leg. Maybe one day the forehead touches the mat. Inhale, carefully rise up, bend that knee. Bring both knees forward, and we'll do the other side. Straighten out that left foot this time. Right foot comes to the left inner thigh, getting a good connection to your mat. Turn the torso over the left leg this time. Inhale for the long spine. Exhale to fold over the left leg. Seated head to knee on this side. Hands could be on the mat, calves, feet, ankles. Maybe the right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Maybe the head touches the knee one day. Inhale, carefully rise up. And find that strap. We are going to set up for our peak posture of compass pose. And this is a very big, challenging posture. So I want everybody to just do the best you can and know that nothing should ever say ouch. And to back off, listen to your body if you feel like you're stretching just a little bit too deeply. As always, this is your practice. We are going to bend into the left knee, bringing the left foot under the right. And we're going to go ahead and take our strap. If you have a little loop at the bottom, that would be great. If not, you can just simply wrap your strap or belt around the foot. But we're going to bring our strap to our foot, one way or another. And we're going to bring our right arm underneath our knee as far as we can. See? And we're going to bring that right hand right out to the side, using our fingers to really ground us. We're going to grab either the outside of the foot if you know you have a very open hamstring, or your strap where you can give yourself plenty of space. On an inhale, lift that torso and leg, bringing the leg with you. On another inhale, begin straightening out that right leg. And we are wanting to open our torso. So give yourself space so that you could gaze underneath that left arm for your compass pose. Slowly bend into that right knee. Bring the right hand in. Maybe straighten out that right leg. Shake it out if that feels good for you. And we're going to try the other side. So remove the strap from the right foot and maybe put it on the left. And we're going to bring that right foot under this time. Right knee is bent. Left arm comes nice and low underneath the left leg. Left fingertips reach out to the side. Grabbing either the foot or the strap. Inhale, lift the torso. And when you are ready, you can begin straightening that left leg. Giving yourself enough space to try and lift the spine nice and long and maybe gaze underneath the right arm. Exhale to slowly bring that foot back down. Spine nice and long here. Bend the knees, bring the hands behind you. Maybe talk the knees side to side for a second. We're going to make our way to our backs. Plant the feet on the mat. Arms reach forward. Exhale, roll all the way down the back. We're going to take a reclined pigeon pose. Cross that right ankle over the left knee. Reach through the hole you made and draw the knees in towards the chest, getting a nice big outer hip stretch here. Curl the toes back, keeping that right leg active. If you want to need a deeper hip stretch, you can lift the torso towards your knees. On an exhale, release this side and switch. Left foot comes over the right knee for reclined pigeon. Hands reach through, drawing the knees towards the chest. Curling the toes back, nice active legs. Maybe the left elbow helps press the left knee out. Maybe you deepen that stretch by lifting the torso. On an exhale, release this side and find that happy baby. You can grab inside of the feet, outside of the feet, big toes, ankles, back of the knees, whatever works for your legs and your hips. You could rock side to side, straighten one leg or the other, whatever feels best for you. Draw knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Keep hold of the right knee. Let the left leg fall down the mat. Draw that knee across the body for supine twist. Teeing or cactusing out the arms. Trying to keep both shoulder blades connected to the mat. You can always place a block or pillow underneath that right knee for support. If you want a deeper twist, you could use that left hand to help press the right knee over. Bring the knees through center. Give yourself another hug. Keep hold of the left knee. Let the right leg fall down the mat. Draw the left knee across the body. Teeing or cactusing out the arms for supine twist the other way. Trying to keep both shoulder blades connected to the mat. Maybe the right hand presses the left knee over, or maybe you place a block or pillow under the left knee for support. Draw the knees back through center. Give yourself another hug. Take any final movements here that you want or need. When you are ready, let both feet fall to the foot of the mat, toes relax out. Arms come down by the sides, palms face up, eyes closed, sinking into stillness for Shavasana. You are welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like. If you are ready to begin waking up, start deepening your breathing, bringing awareness back to the body and mind, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, maybe taking a nice good morning stretch. And when it feels right for you, you can roll onto your favorite side into the fetal position, resting the head on the bottom arm, taking a moment to adjust to being awake. When you feel ready, you can press yourself up into your comfortable seated position where we started today in Sukhasana. Knees relax towards the mat, shoulders fall down the back, hands can be in the lap, or maybe they come to heart center. Or maybe you find that mudra we had at the beginning of class, pressing the fingers apart, dropping that one right finger down. Maybe take a moment here and close the eyes and imagine that compass again at your heart. That inner compass, your true guide. Challenging postures like compass pose often require us to delve into the darkest aspects of our beings when difficulties arise. We are challenged to examine the ugliest parts of ourselves. Compass pose has the power to teach us total acceptance and total trust in ourselves. Listening to that inner compass to guide you on your truth. It's not just about making shapes, it's about what we learn about ourselves and how we grow going forward. Thank you so much for taking time today to challenge yourselves and find that inner compass with me. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.